YouTube. It's Warco, and I am back with a new stream here on Hof Bergmann. It's just me tonight, which is not a problem. I've got it on multiplayer just in case anybody did want to jump in, but it is just me. So, let's get to work. So the last time that we were on, the lads started up here, sorting out the grass up here. There is still some grass to collect, which I'm going to go and collect in a moment, once I find the loading wagon, which was just over here, that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, the lads tried to turn it whilst I was saving, as I was finishing off last time, so, cheers for that, lads. Right, so, we are going to finish off that job. And I just noticed that the multiplayer's voice recognition is on. So let's mute myself. Just in case anybody did turn up and then they're hearing it all on stereo, which is not great. So, hello, how are we all doing? Right, so, we will be, in this episode, I am planning on getting the greenhouse, the big greenhouse, which I put in beforehand, up and running. I still need to get that field there prepped, which I forgot all about. So that's going to be done today in this episode. So we've got a fair bit of work to do. So, yaha. Traffic is still off because, to be honest with you, the traffic on FS is rather annoying. So I've turned it off. It always has been annoying, even from FS19 days. But if I do a realistic series, then obviously the traffic will be on. And I am doing a realistic series, but not on this map. But you can't exactly have it completely wide open. On a realistic series, let's be honest. So today, I've got a bit of a sore eye. Just a pain in the backside. So I seem to have developed a little bit of conjunctivitis, which is a pain in the backside. So, I'm sort of playing this with one eye fully open and one eye sometimes open. So, if I hit something, I hit something. Could be worse, could be better. Could be in between. We've got a fair bit of grass to collect here. We've also got the vineyard over there, which I do plan on sorting out. Might start on that in this episode, I'm not sure. Either way, I do love this Lin track. I mean, it's a nice little bit of kit, which I do like to play. Hey, welcome to the stream, Andrew. Oh, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I need to see that. I haven't actually seen Mr. P's yet, but yeah, I'm glad you're loving it. An episode coming out every Friday of Shire Tales. So watch out for that. And I tell you, yeah, I need to actually, it's a case of, to be honest with you, since getting up this morning, been to work, come home, and then had dinner, dropped my mother home because she popped around for the day to see the kids. So I haven't really had the chance to sit down and watch anything yet. But I am going to sit there after the stream. What I will do, I think I'm going to sit down on me telly in the living room. I'll put on Mr. P's first episode. Sure, it's brilliant. Shire Tales was a long time coming because I'll be honest, I had it planned for months to do it. And Mr. P even helped me with alterations to a map I was going to put it on originally. But then I thought, do you know what? Hey, BK, welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. Yeah, I just basically, I meant to bring it out a lot earlier than what I did. But, it started, it's here now, you know. But then again, if I had have waited, yeah, gives you something to look forward to, you know. I mean, I could create an episode and bring it out every other day if I wanted to. But the problem is, if I did, then you know, it would be a bit bonkers. This is the Linda Lynn track. It's a modified version of the of the original one, if that makes sense. A modified version of it, of the original mod. So it's actually a really good mod because it's got one hell of a capacity on it, 60,000 litres. So saves me a few trips. I know that. I mean, and the mod was even upped for the flatbed from 5,000 litres over to 20,000 litres for the basic flatbed. So it's a brilliant mod. Brilliant upgrade. So plus you can colour code this one to whatever you want, but I've gone for the Walko livery, the black and olive green. I'm going to pull out a little bit, I think, in terms of the camera. It's right on top of it. Yeah, no, it'd been a long time coming, the Shire Tales. Purely because at the time, like I said, I found the map. Then I thought I might wait for a certain map to come out. And then after that, I found another map. And I was like, actually, this is it. This is the map. Valley Springs is the map. This is the map that would be brilliant, So, but I do have to give Mr. P a buttload of credit because he helped me out with quite a few alterations to the map. Certain things on the map you will not find in a in the actual download of Valley Springs, so they are a modified version of the map, so quite a few alterations at that. So I'm not very. I have tried modding, but I'm not amazed. I can change capacity of things, which is basic, small basic. But that's basically it. Can't do much. So hats off to anyone that can do modding, that does modding. It's big up to those people because it's like with Missy's mods. Missy B, I love Missy. She does brilliant mods, brilliant maps. Love her stuff, and I love watching it being created the way it's done. Takes a long time though. You sit there, you watch it, you just see just how much time and how much effort goes into it. Right. Try and do one layer, then another layer, and then you probably get the gist. If I spread it nice and evenly, or as even as I can, and yeah, I have heard of that modder, B&K, yeah, does some decent stuff, some really good stuff, I mean, you really should check him out, Yeah, no, it's like I've already always said to you, B&K. I mean, I have so much respect for every modder out there because if it wasn't for the modders like yourself and Missy, um, Jim, and there's so many others, Oxy, Oxygen, David, Jesus Christ, you know, if it wasn't for people like you bringing the game to life, the game would have probably, I think it would have probably died around FS15. I'm not just saying that. It's my honest to God opinion that because don't get me wrong, there's certain things that Giants add into the game, base game, which is great. Um, yeah, that's understandable, mate. Have a weekend off. I mean, it's like I say. I mean, I've tried learning. You know, it's so full on. I mean, I managed to get into Blender and learn a bit of Blender. Then I start to stumble at the simplest things, and then I've had Mr. P sit there with me, go through in the simplest things, so simple parts of modding, and it's like I might as well just draw on my shirt, you know, because I just don't, you know, I'm thick in that respect, you know. Don't mind saying, I'll be honest, I am thick when it comes to modding, you know. I'm not, just can't get it for love nor money, you know. Well, of course, that was before, that was with the old PC, before this PC. So, I'm not tried with this one. Because this is an upgrade. A massive upgrade. From what I used to have when I first started content creating. You know. And a welcome upgrade at that. You know. Yeah, so I've got a few more things that are coming out soon. I have put a poll out on YouTube recently, and that was suggesting a few games because a few people have sent me messages here and there, and I have thanked those who did. So why don't I play certain games? So I put a poll out, was it about a week ago? Saying about certain games, you know, what would you like to see me play? And it was quite interesting, the questions that come up, the ideas, you know. One of them that wasn't actually on the list was Valheim, and then somebody suggested that I do Valheim streams. Guess what? I'm now doing Valheim streams. In that as well, it was Survival Nights. So I am thinking about, and I also did another poll for Survival Nights, which you'll find a very recent one, about whether I should do a survival series on that. And some people were saying, yeah, you go for it. So I might just play a bit of Survival Nights one night. Full, you know, start from scratch. Nothing special, nothing, you know, not for what I've got at the moment. It'd be completely new, you know. So I have two survival series going there because I'll be having a Valheim stream, and then I'd have the Survival Night stream. And obviously this, and I am planning just waiting for the map. There is a survival series of farming that I have got planned, which will be soon. It's not going to be yet, you know. It just depends when that map appears. So I've got the map for it coming, but you know, the big bucks. Oh. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day been? I hope you've all been well, and I hope it's been a good week for you all. How is everyone doing? Yeah. Must be where I left off before, or once before. I think this is the third load, if I remember rightly. Try not to leave much behind at all, because each bit of money made from silage is going to go a long way. It's money, you know. Yeah, I have got money in the top right hand corner, and I have got equipment. But part of the plan for this is the equipment I've got is mostly small, so I need to really build up and get bigger, better equipment somewhere down the line. But obviously, I didn't want to not show off the game, if that makes sense, by, not having equipment to do specific jobs. So cheers anyway, buddy, for joining in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you popping your head in. Well, do take care of yourself, B&K. It was a pleasure having you, my friend. Pleasure. What's everyone's plans for the weekend then? You're just gonna chill out and do jack diddly squat? You're going out to parties? What's your plans? I've got a plan for tomorrow. Know that. Well, the rest of your weekend. I don't always feel like I had a weekend. You know? Oh, that's typical. Get right to the end, and yeah, didn't make it. Didn't blink and make it. Did not make it. That is so typical. My driving is atrocious. I just want to point that out. There you go, just turned off all wheel steering. So all wheel steering can be a bit of a pain. Just look at the time in game. 6:24 in game. So we'll have to sleep through the night soon. We've still got a bit of daylight, so yeah, seasonal growth is turned off because there's only so much you can do on this map. In terms of with seasonal growth, I mean, you can't really enjoy it to its full capacity because you'd have to grow something for a certain amount of time. You get one, maybe two fields, harvest it, and oh right, I've ran out. I need more. Oh wait a minute, I've got to wait another 6 months or so before I can plant some more of that. So it's alright for realism, but if you're doing it as a stream, not so much, you know. So we're just here chilling now. So after this, I think wonder if I can, or if there's any point in doing this a minute. Reverse up, come on. Stop and go brakes is not on. Oh dear, what's going on? There we go. I nearly screwed that right up. And there we go. Right. Let's go get the last of it, and then let's get that compacted. So that's it, nearly done now. And let's just check on the sheep and goats. They're okay food-wise. This one's at a different pasture, which I haven't actually really touched yet, so it's this one. Productivity's good. Well, no, it's not. It's not brilliant. But they need to have a bit of time to progress. Cats don't really do jack diddly squat, but they've got food anyway, so feed them in a little bit. Greedy buggers. Considering they don't really do much. I do need to get some potatoes in, that reminds me. I do need to get some spuds in. I don't think I have spuds. No, I don't. So I could put potatoes in field 6. Morning, Binks. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so could put some spuds in there. Although, should I say if I do, we just park up here a minute. I ain't gonna put spuds in there. Moonshine. That stuff is strong. But not that I can do it in any way, shape, or form. Have I got some? Have I got a plant of it? Let me see. I have, haven't I? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I have. It's here somewhere. Beer for hops. Oh. Could do with a nice pint. Oh, of course it is. Right. Flipping there. So let's have a little look. What needs fertilising? Come on. Come on. Right. That needs lime. That looks like it needs fertiliser as well. So actually, maybe that's not a bad thing, to be honest with you. Okay. Maybe it's not a bad thing that that was in the way. Really? I'll tell you what, it's not a bad idea. In Christ, doing spuds. Actually, I think I might need to plough that field as well. So, lime is this one, isn't it? Yeah. This holds a lot of lime. Tell you what, I like this case. Just, you know, these old internationals. And I'm a sucker myself for two types. I'm a sucker for tracked, and I'm a sucker for open cab. Those two types I'm a complete sucker for. You know, just love it. I think that's enough for the moment. Let's tell you what it is, I just love them. You know, tracks or open cab. You know, the sound you get from them as well. Oh. Actually, I do quite like Ursus. They are nice. You know. I suppose in a way I could have really used an Ursus on this. Oh. That's another thing. You say the words Massey. Yeah? What is it? It's all of a sudden, whoop! Yee! The smile just comes on everyone's faces. A Massey Ferguson. I know. Just that word, just that name, that brand. You know? Yeet! Put them back. So I can see the spread width. And I do quite like this spreader actually. Oh, not wide enough. That would do to my nutting if I left that. Yeah, because there's a lot of people. Yeah, so there's these different fan clubs everywhere of different brands. Oh, that must have been bloody gorgeous. Oh, there's so many different fan clubs out there for different brands. There's a John Deere fan club I know of. In the area where I live, there's often 3 types of tractor you'll see in the farms near me. Okay, I was saying near me. I actually live in a town, but there is like a little farming country area, and there is a farm that I know of, and the farmer he's got a John Deere. He's got I think it was a, I can't remember what it was. It was a 5R, was it? And then he's got a Valtra N that sits there. He's got a case, you know, and beautiful, beautiful, you know. Remember a long time ago, sitting in an old Leyland, and I kid you not, Jesus Christ, so nice, so nice, just to hear her, you know, just to move, just to sit inside her, getting her to bobble up and down, you know, oh. No, just the one vineyard so far. I was thinking about doing olive production as well, but I'm not sure I can be bothered. But, I mean, I might end up putting a second vineyard down though. You know? There's only so much that one could do. I want my wine. I want my wine. End up like Father Ted, I will. Oh. Now, if you don't know what Father Ted was, it's an old sitcom in the UK. It was based in Ireland, and it had 3 vicars, and they were living in a vicarage in Ireland. There was one which was Father Ted himself, which was the namesake character. Always angry, always smoking, you know. Oh. Yeah. Brick just looks nice, actually. You know. I mean, I do like stone. Depending on the stone, I mean, the old factor. That, for example, is brick. There's half timbered building. Then you got that lovely old stone one there. It just looks so nice. But yeah, so yeah, Father Ted, that was bloody brilliant. Absolutely, I kid you not. You had like I said, the farmer, Father Ted. He was the vicar, the main vicar in charge. Then he had a curate, which was Father Dougal Maguire, and thick as 2 short planks. You know, it's like, how can somebody survive? And then you got, oh yes, oh, Fawlty Towers was brilliant. Absolute brilliant. Hello, I tell you what though, you couldn't get away with it now though, could you? I'll do the funny walk. You know? That was brilliant. Yeah, speed 3. So, just keep saying you don't want to be a priest anymore. Ted, you forgot your brick. Alright. And I hear you, Nellary, Sister Father. That was a good one. That was a good episode. Oh. Duckers off the menu. We've got trifle. Oh. God, you know what? Fun times. Fun times with that. Seriously. I mean, it's one of those. Like I said, all the comedy greats are gone. You'll never get them back. And even if you tried to recreate them now, you would get somebody getting upset or offended or whatever, for the sake of being offended. You know, about, well, having them, you know. So, times have changed. I better open this up. Times have changed. On the buses, only fools and horses. This was back at a time where people knew how to have a giggle. You know? Oh, Steptoe and Son. You dirty old man. You dirty old man. No, it would be, you know, it's seriously now. You try it now, you know, and you're in trouble. You're definitely in trouble. You try it now. It's, it's brilliant. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, I know it's a controversial subject, but it makes you wonder why, what went wrong, you know? What went so wrong where people decided they no longer wanted to have fun, you know? That everything is offensive. I mean, I'm a 90s kid, you know? I was born in the 80s. I was born in 87. There you go. 35. Sound older, I know. I look older as well. But, 35. And, I remember a time where you can just sit there, you can enjoy whatever whatever you're watching, you can enjoy it. You don't have to worry about people getting all arsey, you know. And now, 3 years older. Oh, that's the thing. 80s, you know, it was a great time, you know. Great time, 80s and 90s. I mean, some people give the 90s music a lot of stick. Um, I actually didn't mind the 90s music. You know, I'll be brutally honest. I didn't mind it, you know. So let me see if I can find that track again. I didn't mind it. You know, some of it was a little shite, yes, I'll give you that. 80s music was the best, you know. 20 years younger. You know? But, oh, Yeah, you just can't get away. Can't get away with this stuff. I mean, nowadays, everyone just get offended over the smallest of things. You say one thing, oh, I'm offended. Say another, oh, I'm offended. Do they even know what offended means? You know? You know? Oh. I think the words offended often, you know, often it's because they feel they get the power from saying it. Oh, you know, this person's offended, we better go and do something for them. You know? Yeah. Oh, I just love it. There's one thing about me. I, when it comes to farming, if there's a space, I'll fill it. Doesn't have to be neat, because I'll fill that space. You know? If it sits, it fits. You know? There's like a lot of farmers in real life. Well, they won't be as candid where they put their stuff, but I do know a lot of farmers in real life. I'm really struggling to take a corner with this because I'm dim-witted. But a lot of farmers in real life, you know, yeah, yeah, I know exactly. I will be offended for you. You know, that it's so ridiculous. You know, you don't have to worry about being offended. I'll be offended for you. Why? What gives you the right to be offended for somebody else? You're you're doing it for one reason. You're doing it for your own attention. And the problem is, go woke, go broke. Companies sit back and just watch it happen. They let it happen and they encourage it because they go and put their own sort of stupid spin on it by putting certain things in their advertisements and making sure that they take certain things out so they don't upset anybody. Bitch, please. You know? Why the fuck are you worried about that for? Sorry for the swear words there, but why worry about that? Why worry about the minority? Look at Star Wars. It's an absolute shell in terms of what the films were, you know? And the way, you know, this is just my opinion, I suppose. Series, episodes 7, 8, 9, the sequel trilogy, what the hell was that? It was pandering the entire way to the woke community. It's tracked, although it's got the power, I don't think it's got the mass. So I'm going to park you there. And it is a case of go woke, go broke, because you're going to keep pandering to people, and then you just, you know, you lose track of what it is, you know? I mean, moral to the story is, like we said before, I absolutely love Faulty Towers. I love all the things that preceded it, you know? Everything that precedes today's comedy. Today's comedy, for the most part, is rubbish, you know? And the reason why the old stuff was good is because it pushed the boundaries. People knew how to have a laugh. They weren't scared to have a laugh. You know? It's like, here's one thing. If I was to say, two of the greatest, in fact, no, I'll say two lots of the greatest comedians to be alive. Yeah, clip out the L, sort them out. It's right. It's right. You know? I mean, you know, at the end of the day, all the corporal punishment, oh, you shouldn't smack the other kids. Well, guess what? Right? Now, obviously, you shouldn't beat your kids senseless or anything like that. Okay? I'm not suggesting that in any way, shape, or form. But what I am saying is that you could, you know, if your kids are naughty, give them a little tap to say, right, you shouldn't be doing that, you know. And guess what? You learnt that lesson. And it made you stronger later on down the line for it. Obviously, if you're going OTT and really giving the hammer and tongs, you know. Ooh, 80 rabbits at one go. Nice. Hello. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm old school. I'm 35, I'm old school. You know. Maybe I'm a bit too long in the tooth. But, you know. Yeah, yeah, no, it's just literally everything these days. Panda, panda, panda. And to the crowd, to the mob. You know. And what annoys me is that it's encouraged. I must admit, look, that's a pain in the bloody backside. Getting too many. Walking around with just a couple of bloody rabbits in one box. Oh, gotta go back now, let's get some more. I mean, one thing that I used to love, you know, and I got to say that I'm pleased about was oh, well, that's the thing. You had the power. You knew then not to do it, didn't you, Andrew? You knew that shit. I better stay alert. You know, you had respect for the people you spoke to. You know, walk up to somebody, a family friend. Hello, auntie this or uncle that. That's what you got. You had respect. Take a look at the schools now. You take a look at the schools now. If a teacher tells a kid off, that kid will just kick off, rant and rave, X, Y, Z. If you get in any way, shape or form heated with them, I don't talk about, fisticuffs or anything like that, but you get heated and you tell that kid off, you put that kid in main school detention, guess what? Half the time you got the parent running around the corner, having a whinge and a moan. You know? And here's another one. These are the same fucking parents. Half the time, they'll say this sort of thing, and then they'll go buy certain things, such as boob tubes for their kids and all that lot. And you go, hang on a minute. This is a fucking kid. I'll tell you, I kid you not, on the way home today, there was a group of kids that I saw, right? Young girls, they could not be any more than 10 years old, walking down the road with boob tubes, all that sort. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, obviously the parents support that. Let kids be kids. Stop making them act, all grown up, and then all of a sudden you're taking that part away from them again anyway by telling the estate we've got to be sensitive. Go woke, go broke. And guess what? I don't care. I mean, there's no point worrying about me being demonetised. I'm not monetised. I'm not scared to say how it is. And even if I was monetised, I still wouldn't be scared to say how it is. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's my grandfather, right? I can't remember him ever wearing a hat very often. If he ever did, when he walked into a shop, the hat was off. The hat was off in his hand. I don't remember him wearing one very often. I wear a hat, okay? I often wear a flat cap. And I will do exactly that. I will come in, and if I go round to someone's, I don't just plonk my ass down. I wait to be invited to sit down. If I have a meal round someone's, you say thank you. I enjoyed that. Or even if you didn't enjoy it, at the very least you go, well, thank you for having us round. And I'm even trying to get my daughter, and she does do it, to say thank you to her grandma and granddad every time she's been round there. Every time. Thank you for a lovely meal. And even if it's been shite. But even if I wouldn't feed the cat the dinner, I'd still say thank you. Because it is that mark of respect. And that respect was instilled in us as kids, wasn't it? And people knew a joke was a joke. I mean, kids run rampant in schools now. The woke mob is banging at the doors saying, that's another one. Another one. There's so many things I could rant about with it. Just let us all have fun. Let kids be kids. And stop causing havoc, Stop being a pain in the arse. But again, that's just me, I suppose. I mean, I could be wrong. Could be barking completely up the wrong tree. But that's just me, It would be helpful if I dropped this. I do like this plough. I think it's 5.5 metres, so it's not massive. I got all the equipment that I've got can be used by every tractor on the farm. But then again, this plough, that Massey really, that case, I say, struggled something rotten, and it shouldn't have. Because let's have a look. This plough. I mean, let's just check. Oh, this can do potatoes apparently. Well, don't need that then. Strange brigade. Yeah, 170 horsepower, 5.7. And then if I go and have a little look at the case, yeah, 220, so it shouldn't have had a problem. Maybe it was just weight? I don't know. I don't know, sir. There must have been something. So these spuds once they're produced, we'll be going towards the pigs. So that'll be the next plan of action. Get the pigs in. And that'll do my nutting. Pigs in. And when the pigs are in, I'll have something to munch on, because we've already got part 1 waiting in the silo. So it was potatoes and grain meal. Grain meal is waiting in the silo at the moment. There is some that's being produced. In fact, let's take a little look at that one. Yep. Hay dryer is producing hay still. So we've got 6. Yeah, usually I do. Usually I do try and keep it as, you know, what's as good as I can. But I thought, you know what, because of this is mainly set for multiplayer, and sometimes the lads join us. No worries. Well, thank you for joining us, Andrew. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. I always appreciate anybody that comes into my streams. You have a good day, yeah? Take care of yourself. But yeah, usually I do try to be as good as I possibly can. And I try not to... Grain mill storing, good. Oh, it's finished. Okay. Usually I try and, but because it's set for multiplayer and all 3 tractors are now powerful enough to do the jobs of everything on the farm. Yeah, I mean, the usual lads I usually play with, Mr. P and Rev, they are busy tonight, I should imagine. Well, I've not actually heard from them, so I'll just leave that where it is. You know, it is what it is, you know. So I've come on, play myself, stream, have some fun, relax. So, but what I might do, I mean, further down the line, on certain series, certain ones, I will, because I am planning on doing a survival let's play. That is coming round the corner. And I don't know if I'm going to do it as a let's play or a stream. It's one of the two. You know, it'll be a full-on survival. Which I do like, a survival challenge. So, but I'm just waiting for the map, the right map, to come along. And that map is still in production. Don't know how far. I can't be that much further because, you know, to say it would probably be the end of May. You know. I've had a little look at it, but I've not used it yet. Yeah, so far, what we have done on this series so far, we have sorted out the grain mill. So as you can see, we've got some grain meal waiting to be used. We have sorted out the big bag lifter. We've gone through that. So I made big bags of wheat for the chickens and also oat for the horses, but we haven't got no horses yet. So we're using the hay dryer. What I do have to do soon, if I can, when I get some straw, use the straw blower, etc., etc. So we're still, oh, and the community garden, that is up and running. So still a fair bit to do. Yeah, I know. Oh, thing is, one thing that I have been looking forward to, and I'm hoping that Farmer Andy does it. I mean, he has added bacon bread now. but it's not like it was in 19's bacon bread, you know. So I mean, if you ever played FS19's version of Hof Bergmann, what a legendary map that was! Absolutely amazing. You had to, and it even inspired other mods, um, you know, which was from the global company. Most of the mods from global company was inspired by Hof Bergmann, um, which was one thing I absolutely thought was a brilliant, you know. And yeah, there was beekeeping. Um, oh, played it from 17. It's just a brilliant. It, man, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't come from 17. I came into farming from 19. It was the first farming game I picked up was FS19 and Flame and Nora. I mean, and there is some parts that I prefer in 19 to FS22. There is still some things with FS22 that I'll be honest with you, I'm still a little bit underwhelmed by, from Giants' perspective. Yeah, the beehives. I want my beehives. I want them. That man. I mean, he has done fishing now. You know, which is absolutely amazing. I love the fishing, but the beehives. You know, and it's that manual feel to it. Yeah, I had to literally go up to the beehives, take the bees, the honeycombs, whack them in, throw the bees in. Okay, once the bees were in, you then had to wait and then harvest the honey. You know, take the honeycombs out, harvest that honey, and go for apple orchards. You know, that massive orchard. I want that back. Baking the bread, like I said. I mean, the baking the bread in this version, you just need to get flour, and then you take it to the bakery, and they'll bake bread for you. With the old one, you had to add things, other things to it, yeast, etc. You know, it's not me mocking or anything like that in any way, shape, or form. Farmer Andy, I'm not that kind of person. I will not deliberately go out my way and knock a modder. But, mate, please, please bring those back. You know. And there's one thing as well with FS22, which I was expecting that never came, which is another thing that I found very underwhelming. The horses. They still don't do anything. If I remember rightly, they were first put in FS19. Right? I remember rightly. What do they do? You train them, you ride them, you know, for a few times. Make sure you get their fitness up. And then you can sell them for a profit later on. You know? How about make them do things? Make them haul a cart. You know? There is a mod out there that I know of horse and cart. But why leave it to the modders? You know? Greatest of respect, like I said, to the modders. I love the modders. I respect the modders, because if it wasn't for people modding the game would have died a long time ago. You know? It's successful because of the modders, which is another reason why I get so ticked off every time Giants do something or upset one of the modders. You know, Because if it weren't for them, mate, you wouldn't have a bloody job. You know? Well, that's just me saying that, I suppose. Once again, my thoughts, my feelings, my opinion. You know? Yeah, don't. Yeah. Yeah, they don't do shit. They don't do shit. I mean, the horses, they just don't do nothing. I mean, they could at least have set it so that you could get manure from the horses. Because guess what? Horses in real life poo. Sheep, you could have had them that they made manure. Sheep poo. You know? More animals into the game as base game. You know? Base game. You know, like for example, goats. Why did it have to take a modder to bring goats to the game, rabbits to the game? You know, what? Why did it have to take a modder to do that? Yeah, there's something. You know, make the bloody things useful. You know, make the animals useful. Make us want to play and rear these animals, because all it is every single day with horses is that you have to take them for a 5-minute run to get their fitness up. That's it. And you know, after doing it for about 4 or 5 days in game, 6 max, they are then simply got to 50 grand to sell. Yeah, it's a profit, but you didn't really do anything. What was the point? You know? Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, salami side of things. We'll call the horse vendors. And, or Burger King, Jesus Christ. But still, there is other things that could be done. There is other. I mean, they could have just said, like I said, at the very, very least, why the bloody hell do I do that? Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. Circle of life, mate. Okay? It's the circle of life. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, my man. It's a circle of life, because circle of life being simple, you've got animals which are being reared, and then you use them for meat, you know? Yes, I understand, you know, certain parts best not to show. Get that. But, again, you know, you don't have to. You know? I suppose you could just say, oh, well, they go to slaughter, we'll take them to the animal dealer. We'll just sell them on to somebody else. No, they wouldn't just be taken to somebody else. They go to bloody slaughter, mate. You know? I don't know. Okay. Yep. Let's refill this. No, I'm going the wrong way. Going completely the wrong way. Yeah. Yep. Well, exactly. Hello. It's it is pandering. Let's be clear, it's pandering. You know, we all know what happens. It's just a factor of life, mate. You know. So why not just add that? It's farming simulator. Farming. Part of farming is that. You know. You're growing food, you're growing crops, you're growing animals, all to be farmed. You know. That's another reason why I like Hof Bergmann so much, because there is an actual abattoir on here. The old FS19's version that I played on, you could take the animals to slaughter. If the animals died anyway, you could then take them all the way to a compost heap. You could, you know, there was more things you could do. Because it is the circle of life. It adds that realism to the game. You know? So come on, just, you know, instead of being all squeamish. Actually, I just realised something. I do have some potatoes, don't I? Oh well, I'm just going to plant some more anyway. Yeah. I mean, the compost here, you know, not being funny in any way, shape, or form, it's a shadow of what it was. So, on, info on. It is a shadow. Yeah, potatoes growing. It is a shadow of what it was. I mean, and like I said, I love Hof Bergmann. Like I've said before, you know, no dramas and no disrespect intended to Farmer Andy. I absolutely love Hof Bergmann. And that's why I so want to see certain things return. And this is a brilliant map, no bones about it, but there is so many things that could be better with this map. I'm sorry, there is. You know? And that those things that are better are adding back certain aspects. Like for example, like I said, with the bread making, yeast, whatever, you know, something better like what we had before in FS19. You know, proper slaughterhouse. You know, proper compost. I mean, if you come up with a way of doing what you've done in putting in a vineyard, I should imagine you could come up with a way of putting in other things like the compost, the animals, you know. But I do like, I mean, not to be snippy, I do like the look. Is that the right word? I do like the look, and I do like the feel of the animations and all that lot on this map. You know, that's unparalleled. That's brilliant. It's just so much more that I wished. But I do get the nasty suspicion that Hof Bergmann for 22 was rushed a little bit in the first version. Because there was a few errors in the logs I noticed. Well, I didn't notice, but Mr. Piggy. So yeah, yeah. No, I see what you. Yeah, I get that. But just, I don't know what made the world so squeamish. Uh, I mean, I do have a suspicion, but what helped it become more squeamish. Didn't need to happen though. You know, I do have a suspicion. Then again, I'll sound like a conspiracy theorist if I say too much. I'm gonna let that run off. Okay. You have to excuse me for yawning. It's been a long week. Long week for me. So I probably won't be streaming for too much longer tonight. I've been going for about an hour already, so an hour and a half. Yeah, long week. I mean, next week, do you, well, the thing is, how do I say this without sounding like a complete arsehole? I will literally said to them, RT FM. What do you think RTFM stands for? That would be the answer I'd give them. Granted, I suppose can be difficult on one side because a lot of the information in the RTFM is in German, but there is translation software. So, if you don't know what it stands for, it means read the fucking manual. I don't know how it works. Read the fucking manual. You know. Or, I mean, it can be tricky, this game, this map, because of how it's been created. But there is still guides there, which allow you to see what you need to do in certain areas. And what I mean by guides is, like, for example, you've got, if I pull this up, and I was to go down to beer, for example. Let's see. Let's find it. Oh, there we are. So beer production. Yeah, it's all part of the problem, mate. Uh, it's all part of the problem, like what we were saying earlier, with the woke brigade. We've got to the point where everything is, in the world. I mean, I suppose I sound like an old fart and a fossil here, but years ago, certain things we were taught patience and perseverance as kids. Nowadays, the kids have got everything they need, you know, and they want whatever they want it now. They don't want to wait. They don't want to put in the hard graft, you know, and that's kind of sad. They prefer automated. They prefer people to hand them money or hand them whatever on a platter without actually working for it. And that is quite sad, you know. So, I don't know. I'm a fossil. It is, and that's another thing with that, the instant gratification, like you literally just said there. That's the very reason why they get bored. Because they've not received the, well, that difficult hardship, you know? They've not had to work hard for certain stuff. So they're not, what's the words I'm looking for? They're not satisfied. So they will push for more, you know? And I mean, something that I could just say, I mean, I prefer to work for it. I prefer to put effort in because you feel later on that you've got, well, like the gratification from learning something, doing something, you know, that's, hang on, I'll be right back, people. Okay, so I'm back, people, sort of. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut the stream early. Sick toddler, I'm afraid. So thank you all for watching, and I appreciate you all coming in. It's been a blast. I enjoy streaming for you all. I enjoy sitting here having a chat. Um, Hopefully, well, the next episode won't be as short. I'll make sure of that. So in the next one, stay safe. God bless. Tomorrow night will be a Valheim night. I'll be bringing out Valheim, having a giggle. And if it's not tomorrow night, it'll be Monday night. One of the two. So take care. God bless you all. And thank you all for watching. Sorry if I ended the stream early. But I'm afraid I have a sick kid to look after. So do take care. God bless.